Welcome to Aegir Gate1 guide video. Hit the like and sub in advance and come to my Twitch channel. For the eye level, normal mode is 1660 and hard mode is 1680. This guide covers both normal and hard mode when there's a difference. For the reward, 23k gold from normal and 27.5 gold for hard mode. With the new mat, you can craft tier 4 ancient gears. If you claim all the rewards without the bid, then you get 20 from normal and 40 from hard. The first time clear reward gives 20. Armors require 40 and weapon requires 100. Battle items: Atropine or Stimulant, Dark Grenade, and Sacred Charm. The boss is Demon type, and you take Light's Evasion card set. He has 220 HP bars. Ally skills: Gate 1 has Wei, Bastion, and Thar. There are some stagger mechs that requires Thar. Other than that, you can just use any skills for DPS since they do similar damage. Raid system: there's a new combat system called Just Guard. Certain patterns show yellow flash. These patterns can be blocked by pressing G key on a correct timing. It's not like you press it right away after the flash. The timing is different for every patterns, and if you fail the timing, then you take massive damage. Also, these patterns ignore push immunity, so the only answer is to guard properly. I will walk you to all the patterns later. Around 197 HP, cutscene happens. Aegir throws a boulder. Go to the side where there's no shadow. Then Akan appears and tries to swipe the front, so dodge it. If you get hit, then you get isolated for 10 seconds. Afterward, when you have the ally skill, then use it to DPS. Around 170 HP, the boss teleports to the center with a script and tries to swipe a player. Party 1 stays on left and Party 2 stays on right side. If a party gets swiped, then they reach a different field. You will see mobs around. Hit the mobs at least once, and if they require stagger, then do the stagger. In the hard mode, after the stagger, you will see a mark below the mob. There are 4 marks in total: heart, scythe, eye, and horn. Type the mark and the direction in the chat. Then the players will gather, and the boss requires stagger. If you succeed the stagger, then 4 random players get each of the marks. Direct the lines to the correct directions where the mobs are. Then that's the end of the gimmick. If even one line directs to the wrong mob, then it's a raid wipe. At the start, the reason why 2 parties should split to left and right is because the mobs don't align clearly when the boss looks diagonally. So it's confusing when landing the line to the mobs, so it's better for the party to split. In the normal mode, there are no marks shown from the mobs. You just have to stagger the boss, and that's the end of the gimmick. From now on, a blue telegraph periodically covers the field. This attack earthquakes the players. You can just get out from the range or spacebar at the correct timing. Around 143 HP, a cutscene happens. Aegir tries to cover the field with flame. You will see boulders falling. Dodge the red telegraph since it stuns you, and hide right behind the yellow telegraph, which is the large boulder. Then you will survive. From now on, Valtan consistently combo attacks with Akan until the end of the raid. One of the pattern contains Just Guard pattern. Valtan hits in a pizza range and then flashes with yellow circle telegraph. When the telegraph fills up the entire circle, press G key to guard. Around 115 HP, the boss teleports to the center and the field becomes smaller. He has 22 billion shield. The goal is to remove his shield in time. During the mech, he CCs the players with blue telegraph, which can hit either outside or inner side, so dodge it. Also, 2 Valtans cross the field, which grabs the players in the path. Then the clones require counter. At the same time, Akan aims a cone to a player. Counter the clones and dodge the cone. If you succeed a counter, then it fills up the ally skill meter. The leader uses ally skill and the second skill as well to remove the shield. The next mech happens at 87 HP. On the way to that point, one random player gets a target mark. Soon, a meteor falls to where that player is with large yellow telegraph. This meteor one-shots the players, so everyone should stay out. Around 87 HP, a cutscene happens. Aegir starts attacking. Dodge the donut telegraph on correct timing, and then dodge the pizza telegraphs as well. For the pizza pattern, in the normal mode, there's always one safe zone, so you just have to stay there. But in the hard mode, all the places get covered, so stay on the latest telegraph, and then dodge it to the next side after it explodes. If you get hit by any of these patterns, you get a stackable debuff that increases your incoming damage by 20%. From now on, Aegir consistently combo attacks with Valtan until the end of the raid. One of the pattern contains Just Guard pattern. Valtan disappears and Aegir pounds the hand in the field with yellow flash. Soon, flames spread from his hand. When it gets close, press G key to guard. Then Valtan appears and tries to swipe the front, so dodge it. Around 60 HP, a red telegraph tries to cover the field. All the players should move to the left edge. Then a cutscene happens. The goal is to stagger the Valtan, which is in the right edge, by passing through the Aegir's arm. The arm has weak point HP bar. Dodge the patterns and DPS the arm fast as possible. When it reaches 0, then he swings the arm. This is a Just Guard pattern. When it gets close, press G key to guard. Then move to the right side and stagger Valtan while dodging the patterns. This stagger is pretty tight, so use Thar. Around 30 HP, a cutscene happens. The boss requires a stagger. Stagger him while dodging the donut and pizza patterns. He does a Just Guard pattern by charging energy after the flash. Press G key when he finishes charging. If you have the ally skill, then you can just use Thar here. If you take him down to 0, that's the end of the entire raid. This time, let me cover the normal patterns. Shadow. Eyes appear around the boss with shadow. His shadow is the safe zone. Medusa. The boss does Medusa. Stick close and look away since explosion happens on the outer side. Sometimes he teleports and attacks. Side orbs. The boss summons 2 orbs that move to the side and explode. Stay away from the orb and then touch it when it generates a safe zone. Pull and airborne. The boss pulls with hands and airbornes the players. Dodge the pull and stay away from the boss. Bacon. Lines of 2 different colors cover the field. The color that covers slower is the safe spot, so stay there. Scythe color. 2 different colors cover the front and back. The opposite color of the scythe is the safe zone. Dual weapons. The boss attacks with 2 weapons. At the end, he strikes a side where he holds the weapon high. Stay in the opposite side. Grab. The boss grabs in a cone shape. If someone's grabbed, then he dashes to the edge and requires a stagger. Stagger the boss while dodging the attacks. Back fear. Blue cone telegraph appears on the backside which fears the players. Then the boss prepares for an attack. Save the players with Sacred Charm. Backstep and fear. The boss steps back and attacks in cone range which fears the players. Don't be in his front when he backsteps. Counter patterns. 1. The boss vanishes and attacks with blue telegraph that imprisons the players. Then he appears with a counter. Dodge the imprison and counter the boss. 2. Valtan attacks in triangle. And then Valtan requires a counter. Stay away from the Valtan's path and counter the boss. Inside safe patterns. 1. The boss charges and then strikes a spot. Explosion happens on the outer side after a second, so move in. 2. The boss swirls his scythe and strikes a spot. This one explodes faster, so dash into the spot right away. Red and yellow. The boss holds a large scythe with red telegraph, and yellow telegraph covers the field. The yellow pushes you, so you can immune it in the safe zone, or you can just stay 1 layer closer to be pushed. The red does massive damage, so you must dodge it. Square or diamond. Either square or diamond attack reaches the boss. If it's a square, cross attack happens at the end. If it's a diamond, X attack happens at the end. Breath. The boss aggroes to a player and breathes. The safe zone is his back. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching and hit the like and sub if you liked it. Also, come to my Twitch channel, Stagger.